First and foremost, I like to have a relationship with the people caring for my kids, whether they're mine or they're my foster children. Having that relationship enables me to communicate thoroughly with them the needs. And we've had some really great providers that have been equally in tune with our children's emotional needs as we have been.
How does communication work between you and your daycare providers?
Prior to COVID, we would actually go in every morning when we dropped the children off. And with COVID, they developed an app that we are informed every day about updates on progression, needs, or just information about the facility as a whole. And so they're able to share information with us, but we also use the same app to share information with them.
Our daycare providers in the past have had their director be there as we're going into the building, and it's made it easy for us to communicate if we're having a hard day, if we're needing to leave early for a certain reason, and then also the teachers will meet us when we come into the room and we can communicate the same things. As well as when you're picking up, they let you know how the child's been, and they're always super welcoming to us as far as us coming into the classroom and engaging with our child as a way of helping kind of regulate our child.
We have a relationship with our particular daycare. We've been there for 16 years. So the workers are the same. So they're familiar with us, they're familiar with our children. So they're comfortable calling us and letting us know. And sometimes it's taking that extra out with our children. As you said, during the app, they'll say, well, you know, he didn't want to eat today, so we're a little concerned about that. And so that is because they feel so comfortable with us. They don't have a problem calling us or allowing us to call them. And we just, you know, we make sure that the child is the focal point. It has nothing to do with us, it's all about the children. So our workers believe that. They take their job seriously.
How does it impact your family if a daycare disrupts a child from their facility?
It is very hard because at last minute you're trying to rush around and find somewhere for that child to go or to stay, and it adds another level of trauma to the child because their whole routine is now askew and they have to relearn how to trust again.
How have daycare staff supported your foster children's transition to and from daycare, especially when the children have experienced trauma or attachment issues?
They'll spend half a day in the new classroom versus the current classroom. And I say, all the teachers teach, all the teachers parent, and we keep them abreast of everything. If there's a CFTM, and they know about it. If we have a court hearing, they know about it. If the workers coming to visit that day, they know about it. So we don't, you know, hide their status. So the workers know, and it helps them to become more familiar with the actual foster care system just by knowing what a CFTM is, what a court hearing is, what a preliminary hearing is, why does the worker come out to see the child at daycare, and whatever we need them to do, they're there because they are invested in our child.
When the workers know, hey, we got a CFTM, had one this morning, or there was a court hearing this morning, they know then to look for predictable triggers, that there may be something that will cause the child to act a certain way today. And so that information helps them again to care for the child, particularly in that day and a couple of days that follow.
The daycares we've been involved with are very good as far as they're structured and routine. And they're coming in the morning structure and they're leaving in the afternoon structure is very similar on a regular basis, and that has helped our kids be able to transition in and out in an easier manner, as well as welcoming us into the classroom to make sure the children are comfortable and secure before they get settled for the day.
For us, it's partly making sure that the workers are trained. We talk a lot to them about, and particularly the director, about information about ACEs, you know, and so to make sure that she can pass that information on to her staff so they can get training on being trauma-informed caregivers. And as they pass that information on to staff, then it helps them again to care for our children, particularly those that have been traumatized, even better.
Having consistent staff who are trauma-informed, it will go a long way to ensuring that our kids are being taken care of and their emotional needs are being taken care of. Practicing inclusion rather than seclusion in discipline will also go a long way.
And any information that we have, we provide. If there's training, we let them know about the training. Different events, we let them know about the events. So they can come out and meet other foster parents and meet other DCS workers, so that then too they can form a relationship and become more knowledgeable of actually how DCS operates with the foster care system.